Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to the first tournament video on my channel. This is going to be the first tournament for Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts that I'm running on this channel. We are seeing contestants from the UK, Germany, Italy, Spain and France. All ships during this battle, or these battles I should say, will be controlled by the AI in a 3 versus 3 format. The year is 1920 and the starting range is 20 kilometers away. Everybody who sent in their ship had a design limitation of 200 million, and this includes crew. I had to unfortunately disqualify some of the ships that were sent in because they were either the wrong class, the wrong ship altogether, or over budget. So if you don't see your ship here, this is why. Now, lots of ships were sent in. It is time to see which ships are actually going to be participating in the tournament. You guys ready? Let's go. So let's have a look. Which ship for the British is going to be representing the Royal Navy? The options are the Nelson, the Queen Elizabeth II, HMAS Wombat, Immortalica Resolver, Hannibal, Hornblower's Revenge, Rodney, or HMS Opium. Again, if you sent in a British ship but don't see it here, it's because it didn't adhere to regulations. It is going to be the Wombat? No, it's going to be the Immortalica. Alright, the Immortalica. Allow me to introduce you to HMS Immortalica. Sorry, Immortalica. The Royal Navy will be represented by HMS Immortalica, as designed by Immortalis. This ship comes in at 17.2 knots. Not particularly quick, but you have to sacrifice something. The ship has a 35 for 100 crew training, and as such will be fairly adequate. Her primary armament is just two triple 14-inch turrets, with a 41.6 second reload, mostly geared towards HE warfare. She's firing light HE shells. Immortalis seems to have banked a great deal on the secondaries, because she carries 11 triple 8-inch secondaries with a 34 second reload and very good range on both AP and HE. The ship has a 14.2-inch main armor belt designed with Crib 3, fore and aft belt are 2.8 inches. Her main deck is protected by 6.5 inches of armor, and fore and aft deck have 3.1 inches of armor. The conning tower heavily protected by 15.2 inches, and the main superstructure 1.8 inch. Her first opponent is going to be Germany, so let's have a look at what German ship we're going to find in this tournament. Germany proved to be a very popular nation. We have the SMS Graf Hickory, the SMS Henning Wayne, the Schnitzel der Antworten, or the answer, Graf Spee, Hammer or Nail, Willem III, or I suppose Wilhelm III, Schwerer Schlagmann, Hannover, Drakenfels, Eger, SMS Schützenfest, and Bismarck. Which one is going to take part in this tournament? Looking like the Schwerer Schlagmann. Schwerer Schlagmann, welcome to the tournament. Let's have a look at this ship. This German Behemoth is the Schwerer Schlagmann. She comes with a not so fast speed of 17 knots, just like her British counterpart. Her crew, 44 for 100, so slightly better trained than the British. She has a hefty main armament of 4 dual-barrel 16-inch guns, with a very long reload at 82.7 seconds. These shells seem to be focused around HE, they have better range at that, and they're firing capped ballistic HE shells. As do her secondaries, she has 16 single-barrel casemates, as well as 2 triple 6-inch 47 caliber secondaries. Again, pretty decent reload, far faster than the 8-inchers from the British. Her armor is very serious, 17.5-inch main belt, very high fore and aft belts. She has a lot of deck armor, fore and aft, and conning tower as well as superstructure are very well protected. This is not going to be an easy foe to defeat. Moving on to the French, we have La République, Tibinator, Belliqueuse Terrible, Le France Picard, Voltaire, Le Stupide, the Warsawa, I guess not particularly French, Camembert, Chattard, and Liberté. Again, if you don't see your ship mentioned because it's potentially over the rules, doesn't adhere to the rules, it's going to be the Tibinator. let's show you the Tibinator. The French, as presented by the Tibinator, designed by Thibaut. So far, the fastest ship we've seen at 22 knots. She is ideally going to stay at range. Her crew, 34 for 100, so whether they will hit at range remains to be seen. This ship has very, very long range at 35.5 and 28.4 with HE. Her reload is the longest at 91.7 seconds. Secondary armaments in the form of 7-inch guns, both in casemates and dual barrel formats, give a pretty decent reload at a somewhat lower range, 9 kilometer range. I'm not sure she wants to go there. When it comes to her armor scheme, heavily protected. 142% armor quality bonus, 17-inch armor belt, fore and aft belt 6 inches and slightly higher. She has a very heavily armored main deck. And when it comes to the conning tower, you're not that likely to destroy that. 16.9 inch. It's going to be very interesting to see how the reload is going to treat her. For the Italians, we have 8 contestants. The Vendetta, the Agrippa, Supremo no anchovies. Sounds like a pizza. Latina di Sardine, Michelangelo, Pride of Rome, Sparviero, and Leonardo. Let's see which one is going to be joining this tournament, taking on the British, the French, the Spanish, and of course the Germans. It's going to be the Pride of Rome. What is the Pride of Rome? Our Italian contestant, the Pride of Rome, is going to have a very interesting time. The ship at 20 knots is somewhere in the middle of the pack when it comes to speed. What concerns me is her crew. She has 0 crew training level. This means lower damage control and lower accuracy. And accuracy is going to be pretty important with her 15 13-inch guns. These are the longest barrels we've seen. At 76 seconds they fire a lot of shells. But is that going to be enough? Because she also does not have a secondary armament to fall back on. This is all that she has. Now, when it comes to armor, she is pretty much all in. She has a lot of belt armor, 20 inches plus 142% quality, 10-inch forebelt, 17-inch aft belt, and when it comes to the deck, it is much less. It's 5-inch main deck, 3.8 fore, 3.5 aft, and when it comes to the superstructure, it has me a bit concerned. 4 inches and conning tower 10.2. You don't want to lose that. On to the last one, Spain. We have quite a few contestants here. Monestrol, Ugly Duckling, Arrogante, Metric Menace by Brother Monroe, by the way. San Juan, the España, El Franco 4, Santiago El Mayor, Macho Man 1, and the Del Sol and the San Liguera. Let's have a go. The España. What is the España? Let's have a look. So, the España by Dev Rosik. This ship is interesting. It has a very decent top speed for this era of 24 knots. It also has the highest trained crew of the whole bunch, 50 out of 100. That means more accuracy, more damage control, potential for general improvement. We have 8 14-inch barrels with a 51.7 second reload focused on, well, half and half. It's AP, HE. They're all middle of the pack. When it comes to the 5-inch secondaries, she has a pretty decent reload. They're both firing high capacity HE, both the singles and the dual barrels, and this means potential for setting a lot of fires. The ship herself is moderately protected at 14-inch main belt. It's far less than some of the others. Something that especially concerns me about this particular ship is her low superstructure armor. It is only 1.8 inch, and I hope that that will prove to be enough. So, these are all the contestants. What happens next is that I'm going to run the particular battles. You can follow along on my challenge page, which is linked down below in the description. We're first going to have France versus Spain. The winner of that particular match moves on to round 2, where they will face Italy. The loser of this round does not immediately get thrown out of the tournament. They move on to the losers bracket. Now, this is not necessarily that you're out of the tournament, because if you continue to beat every other ship, you can still make it back into the finals. So, even if Spain or France loses, they are going to be seen again. We also have UK-Germany lined up. The winner of this one is going to move on to whoever beats or does not beat Italy to the semi-finals. And from there, it's anybody's guess who's going to be seeing in the finals. Now, let me know down below in the comment section, what is your favorite ship design so far? Which one would you bet your money on? I won't actually hold a betting pool, but of course you can post your suggestions or your, let's say, your suspicions about a winner down below. I'm going to be doing one battle every video. They're going to be following up each other pretty quickly, so you don't have to wait very long for the next round of the tournament. And I am really looking forward to how these ships are going to be doing. Just seeing these things in action, seeing whether the heavier armor focus is going to work better, or potentially the snipers are going to win out. Keep in mind, all ships AI controlled, so I'll be spectating. I will be having a look at the battles. I'll be commenting on the battles, but I'll not actually be influencing the battles. And in case I forgot to mention it, the battles are a 3v3. So it's 3 of the same ship type against 3 of the same other ship type. This means that even if one of the snipers gets defeated, the other 2 snipers might still win. Or some of the more, let's say, jack-of-all-trades ships, like the last one that I showed you, the Spanish one, the España. Very much looking forward to it. I hope you are too. If you already have suggestions for the next tournament, by all means, let me know down below in another comment. And something else that you can find in the description is the Google Drive folder with all of these submitted ships, in case you want to have a go at defeating some other ships, or potentially throwing them into your designs folder to have them available for a future campaign for yourself. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know about the video style as a whole, because it's the first time I'm doing something quite like this. Really looking forward to seeing your suggestions, your feedback, and let's get on to the battles, shall we? See you guys soon for the first one, France versus Spain.